We are already. Let me check. Perfect. Yes, we are. So we're live in all other platforms. Again, my name is Dani Nedelko. Today, a little bit. Let me see. Yes. Alrighty. So we are here. Yes. So it's exciting. So I'm here live with my friends, and it's incredible. So type here in the chat number one if you are watching live. If you're watching on a replay, also type number two if you're watching on a replay. It is such a pleasure to be here. It is amazing. A beautiful day today in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm gonna be talking about what we are here for. Why is that my husband and I started our own food supplement company. And if you want to know more details, just stay on the live with us. So as I was telling you, first of all, it is amazing that you're here with me. And my name is Dani Nedelko. You're probably seen me in my channel. Maybe you are on my Facebook profile, and I would love for you to say hello to me if you live near the Nashville, Tennessee area. Just send me a message so we can connect. If you have never tried our products, if you have, well, you already know what it is all about. So why is that Dino and Danny started this food supplement company? I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. We so many things. We were working in the industry of direct sales with health and wellness. It was a beautiful ride, and we saw many ups and downs, but mainly, the reason why we got it started is because we wanted to bring food supplements that are good quality, that are not just overpriced, because we saw many things in the industry. We saw the big markups because people had to pay commissions to creators, to people that were in direct sales and things. And I'm going to tell you one thing that a lot of people get stuck when you tell them, hey, what do you do for a living? And for those of us who are in network marketing or direct sales, some people will just say, well, that's not for me, those things don't work. And you know what, that's probably true as some to a certain extent. Plus we have all the things that we don't like. We have the hype, and this product has never been done in the history of humankind. And then there's all of these ingredients that people come out with that actually is just hype. It's just simple things, because you don't have to invent what it already exists. So those things we saw, and it's literally not cool to see how things get like a huge hype, how people, like designers of the product or formulators, get praised like if they're the holy grail, or like if they're Jesus, when in reality they're people. So those are the things why, when it comes down to a company, especially in direct sales or using creators or network marketing, that's why we created it, because we wanted to have something that was actually real, not something that has hype, something that's stable, something that you can actually say, you know what, this company has no fluff. This company is giving me the best nutrition. For those people who love to work into the affiliate marketing, direct sales industry, this is important, because there are certain things, like I was telling you, like the lack of integrity, the markups, the cultish type of culture that is created, where the owners are worshipped like if they're gods, or the formulators. But you know what, me and Dina wanted to create something that is honest, that it has a foundation, and that is solid, something that is real, something that people can relate to. And when you have all of this hype and all of these fluffy things and hot air and air balloon things to promote a product usually means that you don't have something that is solid, or you don't have a product that you can sell without marketing. So that's the reason why we created our company. And we created it, first of all, to with the customer in mind. What do I mean by that? I designed this product, initially, it looked something like this. This is one of our productions here in the United States, but right now it looks like this because it's produced in Europe. We do have different manufacturers in Europe and in the United States. And we also have a similar product that I created for Nigeria, along with my husband, and is produced in Nigeria, which is called Numo. Now, Refine is our very first baby, as you can see it here. And why did I create it? First of all, it does, you need to take it twice a day. You can take it just once a day, but it's so good that, good luck with that. Some of us like to take it more often. And you can take it with water. Let me show you. And then I'll tell you, all the things why this product was created. First of all, some people like to take it with their coffee, which I do, or directly. You just grab it. This is a brand new bottle, and it has a measurement that's 1 milliliter. It's recommended that you just take 2 milliliters per day. As I was saying, if you feel really good, you want to take more. There's no contraindication that you do so. You just need to be careful with what you do. Alongside if you're under care of a doctor, you need to talk to them. So you can take it directly like this. Actually tastes really good. Like a food supplement that is natural, usually, people think, well, it tastes bad. It doesn't. Or you can put it in water. See how beautiful. You see how beautiful. Some people take it with water because they don't like the bitterness, because it's a little bit bitter, you see. But it's incredible. And you can take it as a tea. Let me check. Approved. Yes, it's great. You can actually take it as a tea. And it has 2 ingredients, very simple. Ginkgo biloba, 240 milligrams. Panax ginseng, 200 milligrams is great. Amazing. You love it. So why did we create this product? Well, first of all, and why liquids? I don't like to take a whole bunch of pills. I had earlier, like in 2019, I started my 2019, 2020, I started my infertility journey, and I started taking a lot of supplements. So why did I created this, and why did we created liquid? Everything that we have mostly is liquid. And, first of all, for absorption, but second of all, I don't like to be taking capsules. It's a pain in the rear end. It's a pain because if you're taking protocols of food supplements, and even when you're taking medications, it's hard for people to swallow the things, and for me, it was really hard. I just couldn't stand it. Sometimes I'll get nauseous, and I just, I had to take, I was taking, several food supplements. So I was thinking, why don't we just do it liquid? And we were working with a company that also did liquids before. My husband was also involved in a distribution of a product that was liquids as well. So we saw all the benefits, all the absorption and all of those things, and it was really great. So why did we create this product? First of all, as I was telling you, people need solutions, and people need something that can actually help them get better, quicker. Now, there's one thing that I was doing, some research. You can take this in your purse. You can put it, in your backpack. If you're going to the gym, this is a great pre-workout. It can help you with oxygenation. I was seeing very many different medical studies about ginkgo and ginseng, and one of them Actually, we saw under the microscope, and I can tell you, let me see, I have them here, and if you want them, I can send them to you. We saw different things about, let me see, the ginkgo and ginseng and oxygenation. There are several of them where they show significant benefits of taking ginkgo and ginseng versus just taking a placebo. Which are the benefits? The blood flow with better oxygenation. This was a particular study done in 2007 with 240 milligrams of ginkgo biloba, and these showed versus a placebo that people improved their oxygen levels. Also, Panax ginseng, it helps with the VO2 max and physical performance, according to a medical study done in 2009 as well. And there are thousands of medical studies. I'm not here to just tell you that I want to talk about science and all those things. But what's important about oxygen? Oxygen is key for tissue regeneration. Oxygen is key for everything in our body. It's key for thinking. It's key for performance, for physical performance. It's key when you go to work. And when you talk about just regular people in a regular day and doing just things that everybody does, you know what? Whenever you're saturated with different things like a lot of work, you can't really have a whole bunch of coffee the entire day so you can sustain your work schedule. There was one unfortunately, one piece of news that I was reading the other day here in the United States, where actually there was a young man, a 13-year-old, a teenager that was taking Monster, that was taking Red Bull and coffee and all of those things, and he eventually from this habit passed away. There was another young lady, a teenager, 17 years old as well, in Texas, that was drinking something very like innocent, as a store energy drink for teenagers or for students. And she eventually passed away as well, because of a heart attack. So what I'm trying to tell you is that oxygen is key for us to think, and we cannot just modify our healthy habits to just compensate for the lack of things that we really need. Whenever our body has the good nutrients and our body has good oxygen, we don't necessarily need as much of the energy drinks as some people do. So that's the reason why we created the company. We wanted to have something great for people, good pricing. We wanted to have an honest environment. We wanted to have great compensation for people, great products, supreme quality, but you know what? Not overcharging people, not just, I have this product that is, I don't know, like it's beautiful, it's amazing, but I'm going to put it at $100. There are people in the industry, unfortunately, because people have to make money, and that's not what we want. We wanted to provide, and we want to provide the best for our customers. We have customers all over the world. In Europe, we have customers in Africa, we have customers in the United States, Mexico, and in different parts of the world as well. So thank you so much for being here. If you're interested to take a look and try it, you have never tried it, send me a message. Thank you, and bye-bye for now.